I've always loved watching the sport of strongman since I was a kid, but there is something majorly wrong with the whole thing. I don't know why the world's strongest man hasn't kept up with the times, but they're still doing this weird thing where the world's strongest man happens, everybody finds out who wins, and then we don't get to watch it until Christmas. And it really bugs me. As a CrossFitter, I know full well I wouldn't be watching 13 events of the CrossFit Games and sitting on the edge of my seat through the final reps of some of the workouts waiting to see who wins if I already knew the results and it happened 6 months earlier. The Rogue Invitational is a case in point where they showcase strongmen and CrossFitters side by side, and we had people from each sport watching each other, and I watched the strongman events and they were insane. It was amazing to actually watch it like in live competition and it actually happened, rather than seeing this edited cut where you only see what they think is interesting, rather than being able to see the whole thing for exactly what it is and seeing like the mishaps that happen in the moment or the unexpected wins and some of the other athletes that you might not see a whole lot of when they condense it down into a big program. Of course, rumour has it that the reason they won't do a live stream is because of the amount that they get paid for the TV edit. But CrossFit do this really well. Imagine how much they could make if they were doing live streams and if they had each event sponsored by a company, or if they had a good portion of an ad spot before it happened, or that the kit was made by that specific sponsor, or that the workout was even like partially programmed or integrated with the sponsor. CrossFit does this really well, and I feel like strongman could do something very similar. It would probably help bring more interest to the sport as a whole, especially having it on YouTube when so many people are exclusively watching TV through streaming services and YouTube now and no longer watching it on regular TV. They could still do the TV edit that comes out around Christmas. It would just be like a highlight reel, like some of the CrossFit Games movies that used to come out that everybody loved watching because they wanted to relive it or watch it up closely or watch better, more high quality footage with some behind the scenes stuff. Like, I would love to see some more like behind the scenes, like inner workings of what happened, and then watch the live stream as it happens. Also, there are so many YouTube channels like Brian Shaw, Eddie Hall, the Strongman brothers that are making content while they're at the World's Strongest Man, but they're currently not allowed to show any of the event footage, and this is because of the TV special. But if they had a live stream that was happening then, it would bring more interest to those YouTube channels and then more interest to the live stream, and it would help the sport as a whole. I would also like to see more of the women competing. I feel like that's something that is really lacking and we don't see a lot of, and it's definitely something that I would watch, especially as I'm now quite interested in the sport as a whole, and I'd quite like to dabble in it a little bit here and there maybe. But I think the current format just isn't great. Am I still going to watch it at Christmas? Probably. But am I going to watch the first couple of episodes? Probably not. And I'm likely not going to be that interested already knowing who wins, but it is good to watch either way. I just feel like this could be changed. So I'm a CrossFitter, but I competed in a strongman competition the other week and I didn't train for it at all other than doing my regular CrossFit stuff, and I had no idea how to use some of the implements. This was all inspired by seeing some of the CrossFitters in the Rogue Invitational and the CrossFit Games using sandbags and logs and yokes, and it made me want to have a go. If you'd like to watch that video next, then click here. Thank you for watching, guys. I will see you in the next one. Bye.